So today, a lot of stuff going on. I guess O.J. Simpson died. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Nikolai Mew, I guess was I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but he got found. He got charged and found guilty of a whole bunch of stuff like reckless endangerment and murder. A lot of people right now are really siding with him right now. But I'll get into that right now. But yeah, also Civil War the movie. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting to see this one for months now. But it should be. I'm gonna be seeing it tomorrow. It looks pretty good. Tim Pool's already talking shit. He's already calling it leftist propaganda, which it might be. But I mean, leftist propaganda is kind of subjective, especially when this guy talks. And Well, I guess I'll start there, but I guess he's calling it leftist propaganda because I guess Nick Offerman's character, the president, is supposed to be a Donald Trump figure, and I guess he's saying that all the redneck militias are like, doing the terrorisms. They're doing the terrorisms, boys, and yeah, so it's like he's basically saying that like because of that, it's making like these militia guys look bad. And to be honest, man, I'm really into guns. I have, at least my buddies have have those guns. My buddies have a lot of guns. They have a lot of ammunition. They have quite a bit of ARs. They're working on some projects, and so it's just like I like the idea of militias, but to be honest, I have a feeling that if anything happened in the U.S., in this country, that the militias would just instantly turn into wannabe soldiers. They would turn into the wannabe police force. They would not be willing to defend the people. They would not be willing to actually fight for this country and spill the blood of tyrants and traitors. No, they would not do it. I wholeheartedly believe that if a civil war actually happened in this country, that they would literally just side with the police. They would side with the military and try to crack down on every little riot or every little every little instance of instability. And it's just like I have no belief that they will do anything, but that's neither here nor there. I think if Nick Offerman's character is the president, if he's supposed to be Trump, myself, I believe if something did happen, let's say it did happen, and there's a civil war going on, and let's say it's over Trump. Let's say Trump is in office and he, things just kick off. Maybe the left just decides to let's do it, yeah. And they actually decide to manage to actually get something, big kicked off, and it causes Trump to, crack down and bring in the National Guard and the military. That civil war would look like the leftists started it, or obviously they started it, but honestly, like right now, if the civil war was started by leftists, and everybody on the right decided to literally just fight for Trump, I would say no. You guys have lost it, man. You guys are literally gonna go fight for a man, a billionaire. The man's fine. He's all right. He doesn't have any of the protections or the power, or we don't have any of his protections or his power. The man is fine, but if you're literally trying to fight to defend Trump, I'm just like, dude, you don't even have the balls to fend for yourself. You don't have any balls to literally fight to protect your own family. You would literally let the police do it. You would literally let anybody else do it. You literally are under the assumption or the presumption that the military is supposedly fighting for your freedom, but you're gonna go fight for Trump. I mean, it's cult worship. It really is. It's like, yeah, call it TDS. Oh my God, I haven't heard that one before. But it's just like, why would you fight for Trump? I mean, yeah, he wasn't the worst president, but it's just a puppet position. It just literally is a puppet position. If you've noticed anything in the time that we've had Bo Jiden in office? You think he was doing any pulling of the strings? No, he wasn't doing anything. It was literally everyone behind him that was pulling the strings. So it just tells you that even when Trump was in office for 4 years, what got done? Oh my God, Tim Pool won't shut up about the Abraham Accords. Nobody will shut up about the border. It's just like, it really doesn't matter at this point, man. So it's like, if you're gonna waste more breath and more time and more energy on Trump, I mean, that's on you. But I'm just like, at this point, it's like, why not just let the system fail? It's not helping anybody. It's like, oh my God, it was so better under Trump. It's just like, specifically how, it's like, oh, unemployment, it's just like, it's like, you can say that people are employed, but are they actually having good jobs? Are they actually able to put things away? They put money away? Or is it just another shit job that's literally skimping on your hours? Is it a shit job that's giving you like 32 hours a week? Or, you know, is it a shit job? It's like, just because people have jobs doesn't mean the economy is good. You can have literally people doing 2 jobs and to make up for it, you know? It's like, oh yeah, these jobs are being filled up. It's like, yeah, these jobs are nowhere near what they were supposed to be, or what they had, or the buying power they were allowing people to have, you know, in this stupid system, this stupid capitalist system. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, if a civil war cracked off and you found yourself fighting for Trump, bro, I'd just be like, yeah, that's no friendly, man. It's like, what are you doing? It's like when you were like, the people in January 6th were literally trying to like defend and save cops. I was like, that's pretty fucking retarded. It's like, you know, nobody wants to see people die, but it's just like, someone ended up dying and it was Ashley Babbitt, you know? It's like, regardless of what people think of her, you know, I think it would be pretty stupid, you know, just falling for that honeypot to begin with. It's just literally mostly boomers and a bunch of these, like, you know, like the type of MAGA Trump supporters, the type of MAGA dudes that literally, like, once you get on the Trump subject, their eyes light up and they start reciting things as if it was from a prompter. They'll start telling you, it's like, you know, they'll start telling you, oh yeah, he wants to bring bring jobs back. He's for the people, this and that. It's like they get you. It's like, once you bring something up, it lights up on something on them, and they turn into, like, I don't know who does it. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's another one of these people. She turns into, like, you know, like this instant cheerleader. You know, it's like, and a lot of people do that. I've seen a lot of old guys, you know, like, we gotta vote Republican. Oh, we gotta vote Republican. It's just like, yeah, you really think that the coalition of betas, that is the government, that the left testicle, the left, like, you know, like the left testicle of the coalition of betas, that is the the Republican Party. You think I'm not gonna cheerlead for them either. It's like, you thinking that this lesser evil kind of crap works, but it really doesn't. I think it's on this to the point we are. And yeah, no, this system doesn't do anything. You know, it's like, oh my God, you're living so good. It's like, bro, so many places are living so good. You know, it's like, oh, why did you go there? It's like, bro, I'm staying here. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, no, man, fight for Trump all you want. You're gonna die for Trump. I don't know, man. I'd rather fight for my family. I'd rather fight to keep them safe, to protect them. If you're willing to die for another man, that's pretty sus, pretty homosexual. But yeah, I don't know, man. But oh shit, sorry. But yeah, O.J. Simpson, I don't know, really not much there. I really never cared for him. Not just because he was a murderer, but it's just like, it was before my time. I think it is terrible that this man actually got to live to the ripe age of 76. Ain't that something too? Oh yeah, speaking of the system, yeah, it's like the fact that this guy can literally kill a woman and her lover. I think I don't care too much, but next thing you know, he gets off. He's proven innocent, I guess. You know, he's proven not guilty, really. But next thing you know, it's like living the rest of his days and dies surrounded by his family, which is more than what was offered to his wife at the time. You know, it's like, I don't know her. I didn't know her as a person. You know, who's to say? Maybe if I, you know, maybe I would have killed her too. But, you know, but no, it's just like more hero worship. I don't know, man. Rest in piss. But other than that, just a couple of days after the eclipse, nothing happened. Another thing too that a lot of people were talking about, really, really, really like talking about on these right channels, these right-wing channels, and it's just like, oh my God, something's happening April 8th. Watch out, April 8th. And I'm just like, my opinion is that if anything's gonna happen, you are not gonna be given a heads up. You are not gonna be given a what's it called? Any warning. You are not gonna be given any form of help as to whenever something happens. So the idea that something was gonna happen on April 8th, they're like something bigger, something crazier is gonna happen. I'm just like, no. I mean, yeah, that one particle collider went off, and people were thinking, oh my God, they're Satanists, they're worshiping foreign deities. It's just like, shut the fuck up. You literally, all you care about is money. That's a foreign deity. It's capitalism at work. It's like literally the eye of providence on the back of the dollar bill. That's what you worship. Literally the eye of providence. Everyone's talking about the New World Order. Bitch, it's been on the back of the dollar bill for decades now. It's like, and everybody wants to come up with justifications. It's like, how is this going to happen? It's like, bro, it's like literally on your money. If that isn't an example of how capitalism is just like literally just evil, just like exploitative, and it's just like you're worshiping false idols. It's like, for these so-called Christians, that's exactly what it is. You are worshiping a false idol. You literally live every day your day is based around it. Your day is based around it and its byproducts. So you go to work every day so that you can bring home money so that you can feed your family and buy things with it, things that were made with a value on it, and they were made by people that it's literally, it's just like our whole world is shaped around it. So if the New World Order somehow doesn't have capitalism that in its recipe of evil and disaster, then I don't know, I'd be surprised. But it's like literally, it's like money is the root of all evil. We've been told that so many times, and it's true. I mean, at this point, it's just like you're better off just literally just like doing favors for each other. That's what we should be doing. I don't know, man. We live in a stupid world. It's like I've been trying to make more videos too, but it's just I'm getting a little burned out. Sometimes, you get to a point where it's just like nothing seems of interest. You don't want to talk about. I just got a spark because the Nikolai Mew thing, Apple River stabbing. Apple River stabbing is a tragedy, and a lot of fucking boomers are literally taking the most cringe logic. Imagine, okay, first of all, for whoever hasn't seen it, it's been under a rock. A bunch of kids are hanging out on the river, and this boomer Romanian guy comes over out of nowhere. If you actually watch the actual video, not this fucking clipped video that literally starts with Nikolai Mew getting hit, but this boomer Romanian guy comes up, he starts basically shuffling, and it starts running kind of at the last minute towards these kids, these teens. I'm gonna say teens because they were like from 17 to 25, I guess. But I'm just gonna say teens. That's just easier. But he comes up to them and starts grabbing at because they're all floating on a river and just hanging and chilling and smoking and drinking or whatever. I don't know, teen stuff, teen, young adult thing. Whatever. That's besides the point. Who gives a fuck? All of you have fucking done it before. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you say. That oh yeah, they were drunk, they were high. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's like if you had a sip of beer today, or if you had a sip of beer at any point. Anyways, apparently it all started because his group had lost a phone in the river, dropped it. And if you actually hear the court proceedings, he has answered and said that, basically his group even told him, don't go looking for it, it's not worth it, we have insurance on the phone. But I guess he, for whatever reason, decides to actually go and look for it, and so he decides to, I guess there was a little bit going on before you actually, before the events of the Reddit video. But at first he starts actually lunging at the dudes after he runs up to them, looking for the phone. He's like literally like going and grabbing the tubes. He grabs a dude's leg, and instantly a bunch of dudes are freaked out. Everybody's like, "What the hell are you doing, dude?" Like this creepy old dude, It's like, mind you, yeah, he might have been looking for a phone, but there was no communication. This dude did not say, "I'm looking for a phone." At least I don't think so. And it's just like basically like he just starts basically kind of creeping everyone out, not wanting to leave, and so they're telling him to leave, and he decides not to. Like literally, Matt Walsh had the most brain dead, and Tim Pool. These fucking cucks. They literally said that once the mob descends on you, it's like, bitch, he had so many times to fucking leave. He had so many times to fucking just retreat. And I guess Wisconsin has a, what was it called? You have no duty to retreat, kind of like stand your ground laws. But it's a survival method. It's like, if you actually were fearing for your life, why would you hang around a group of drunk and high teenagers? It makes no sense. You're already creeping them out. If you thought they stole that phone, why didn't you confront them about the phone? Because right now, a lot of people are focusing on that the teens lied. And granted, yeah, they might have lied. They might have said he was a pedo, he was looking for little girls. Or they might have said that, I forgot what else they lied about. But focusing on the teens lying when Nikolai Mew, he also lied to the police officer, saying that he wasn't involved. It's like, okay, right now at this point, literally all it is just you're just choosing this man out of preference. It's like the people that are defending Nikolai, I think they just have like this already preset kind of thing in their brain where they don't like Gen Z, or they don't like the youths, or Nikolai Mew just happens to remind them of their dad or their uncle, so they already have like this bias set in that, teens, young people bad, boomer good, and vice versa too. It's like, but if you actually watch the video, people start surrounding him because he's not leaving. And let's say if I was in a group of people, we were just chilling, minding our own business, and then a dude comes out of nowhere, starts harassing my boys, starts harassing my friends, grabs their leg, and he won't leave. Bro, at what point do we have the right to self-defense? At what point do we have the right to say, get the hell out of here, dude, you're freaking us out, there's girls there? And from what I know, or from what I've seen, he hit one of the girls, Madison, I think, something like that. That was the main one, and that's what sparked it off. Because I don't know if it was like, what happened. The video is really unclear. But then that's when they just start to basically push him down. They push him down and they start fucking with him. Yeah, so like, but it's just like, okay, this guy's already proven that he's a liar. It's like he had a knife on him to cut tubes, to cut line for the tubes to tie them together. It's like they were also going through the court proceedings saying that they already had pre-cut lines. They already had enough lines that it's like, why did you need that knife? You didn't need that knife on you. And he was saying that he forgot it. He just must have forgot it. It's just like, okay, bro, you already knew that was. How are you not gonna know that a knife is on you, especially when in that last minute, like let's say that last second that someone's fucking with you and you don't know what the hell happened? No, if you've actually ever been in a fight, you don't know what hit you until you've fallen. If someone actually hits you in your face and you get decked pretty hard, you're not gonna feel any pain, especially if you got hit like around here or this. If you've actually been in a fist fight and stuff like that, that's the last thing on your mind. It's just like it's just primal. You're just trying to like get away. But the fact that this guy is like on the ground and everything, and he's it's just like, oh my god, he pulls out a knife. That means this dude already knew what he was getting himself into. You don't just go around starting shit with people, have a knife on you, and then it's like, how there's no accountability. That's so fucked up about this. A lot of dudes on the right claim that this country and this culture lacks accountability, but it's like, where is the accountability on the fucking old grown-ass man that was literally intruding on another group that were minding their own business, Yeah, were they high and were they drunk? Yeah, sure. But as far as I'm concerned, the only one that started shit was literally Nikolai Mew, who fucked around and found out. Isn't that something that you motherfuckers like to say? Like, the ones that are like always like talking shit, it's like, oh, he fucked around and found out. It's just like, yeah, he fucked around, he found out. The right to self-defense was also in their court of the teenagers, especially when the imbalance was out. People were gonna say, oh no, he brought a knife to equalize it against like 10 people. It's like, bro, first of all, you are fucking brain dead. The dude literally fended off 10 people with a knife. He stabbed like 4 or 5 of them, one of them died. And so you're telling me that's overkill. He brought literally a knife to a bunch of group of teens that, oh yeah, they're in the prime of their youth. They know they're in their prime. That's their peak right there. It's like a bunch of high school kids in football. It's just like, so what? You can be in the prime of your life. You can be literally a fucking Dolph Lundgren. And yes, all it takes is just one stab. That's all it is. So no, the dude did not equalize. He literally overkilled. He was like stabbing people that did not even touch him. So this whole idea that he is a victim, it's like, bro, you could have walked away so many times. It's like, yeah, it's sad, it's just like, was it a really, really, really big misunderstanding? Yes. That's what a lot of dudes on the right will not fucking let go. It was literally just a big misunderstanding. It's not this whole like culture thing where the fucking youths, it's like, bro, you come up to youths sideways at any point in any time in history, you were gonna get fucked up, okay? The fact that he did not get fucked up as bad as he fucked them up is astounding, because literally, if he would have tried that with a bunch of vatos over here in fucking California, they would have stomped his ass right away. He would not have been able to pull out that knife. But the fact that these dudes were literally just like, oh, they pushed him into the water. Oh, you can drown in a foot of water. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. It's like, you can drown if you hit your head in the water. It's just like, okay, but they pushed him down. He was still able to get himself up and pull out a knife. Fuck that. No, it's like, literally, you guys are saying that, oh, this is a sad day for self-defense. It's like you're aligning yourself with a certain court case. Maybe that was in the case of Kyle Rittenhouse, but even then I'm just like, bro, Kyle Rittenhouse, I'm sorry, but he should not have been out there to begin with. Everybody that literally thought that during these riots it was a good idea to go out there and play cop, that's just like, good thing Kyle Rittenhouse was fine. Granted, yeah, he actually did, do some service and, killed a bunch of baddies, especially one pedo, But bro, no, this Nikolai Mew, he is not your guy. He literally had so many chances. From the beginning, he had the choice to not go over there and start shit. He was already assuming they had stolen the phone. Okay? And so it's just like, no, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. But yeah, no, it's just like, I don't know, man. A lot of culture war stuff. That's the only thing that's been kind of like irking me. Yeah, no, OJ, rest in piss. Nikolai Mew is a fucking murderer. I mean, bro, imagine this. Okay, switch Nikolai Mew for some homeless San Franciscan man. Homeless guy in San Francisco. Imagine that right now. What's in your head right now? What are you thinking? Most of you are going to think it's a black guy, whatever. Switch it out for a homeless black guy, whatever. And put that group in San Francisco. Now, imagine that group of teens is smoking and chilling at a park, minding their own business. Who cares if they're drinking or smoking? I don't give a fuck. Most of you guys think about freedom. This is all about freedom, it's like, but okay, so they're chilling, and next thing you know, some homeless dude just comes out of nowhere, and he just happens to, come over. They start harassing people. He starts going up aggressively, kind of running up to you, starts checking your legs, starts checking your pockets. Bro, you are gonna get fucking weirded out. You were gonna be like, what the hell does this dude want? Of course you're naturally gonna be like, dude, get the fuck out of here. So in that situation, wouldn't you say it would be all right for the teens to actually defend themselves? Like, especially if the dude's not leaving, you're telling him, like, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you would probably be like, yeah, especially in that case, you have every right to defend yourself, especially from a dude that you've already told multiple times to leave and he won't. So I can't wrap my mind. It's just, it makes me fucking sick that a bunch of fucking dudes that are so-called, like these freedom fighters, like they're so for freedom and self-defense, but when in reality it's just like, no, you guys literally are just bootlicking and culture warriors. I don't know, man. Yeah, if I was in San Francisco and a dude came out of nowhere being fucking weird, harassing us, not telling us what to do, I probably might do some self-defending. I might have self-defended myself in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And in Frisco, I mean, yeah, I guess, you can always hide, so it's like, but I mean, yeah, it's like, so you're telling me that it's okay in one situation if it's like some homeless dude looking for his phone, you got my phone, but in like, in Apple River or whatever in Wisconsin, it's okay for a dude to just pull out a knife and start stabbing people after he's basically harassing them and telling them, or not telling them, but he's basically disturbing the peace and harassing them, and they push him. Yeah, they try to choke him, and they choke him in water. It's just like, bro, you're already shown that you were an aggressor. You're not confronting anybody. Fuck that guy. Fuck you guys if you, I don't know, man. Not fuck you guys, no. But if you literally just bootlicking for this dude, it's just like, bro, you could have been one of those people. You could have been one of those people that got stabbed. It's like, all right, it is what it is, man.